Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your extra daily dose of skill. And today we are going to take a look into the new tank from the loot boxes. It is KUST. Quite an interesting tank with very interesting Eiffel Tower on top of it. Quite an interesting thing. Okay, first of all, let's take a look into the armor, shall we? Armor doesn't look great whenever you are using like super duper hyper turbo good penetration, right? But if you would, let's say, teleport to the lower penetration shells of the tier 8, it doesn't feel that bad, right? That is fair, that is beautiful, that is absolutely amazing, and that cupola on top. I do not know who came up with this bloody design of this tank, but that looks weird to say the least. Anyways, nevertheless, let's compare the stats. And by the way, those stats are off siege mode, right? 550 alpha damage, less penetration than a Starva, less accuracy than a Starva, less DPM than a Starva, obviously lower reload than a Starva. Yeah, or worse DPM, I supposed to say. It doesn't feel very, very, very good looking of this, right? But what is the most important thing that we need to focus on is speed. 50 kilometers per hour on the paper, it should be quicker than a Starva S1. That's great. Same view range, pretty much everything the same, although this tank has less camo, right? This is definitely most important thing to highlight. Now, if we would go into the siege modes with both of the vehicles, we can see a bit different stuff, right? The accuracy is actually improving quite heavily, but not to the S1 level, but keep this in mind, alpha damage is significantly higher as well. The DPM is still crap compared to the S1, unfortunately, but on the positive note, it has a bit more hit points. Now, the speed, 5 kilometers per hour, you must run turbo, and this turbo works in the siege mode as well, right? This is important thing to say. And yeah, that's all there is to say. It looks like worse accuracy of the S1 with a bigger alpha damage, right? I do not know how the things will look like. I haven't played a single battle with this vehicle, so let's dive right into it and let's see, can we get some use of this mother trucking tank or not so much. Let's do that. Okay, so the very first game, Abbey standard battle. That doesn't look very promising, to be fair with you, but hey, we are patient mother truckers and we are going to be alright. Reload 13.8 seconds with the standard equipment. Oh, yoptarai, look into the bloom. Keep this in mind, I'm using reticle mode. Oh, yo, papa fellas, the bloom. Okay, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? The most important thing is how this mother trucker is behaving in the siege mode. And in the siege mode, you know, not to make some jokes or something, but it doesn't feel that bad, okay? In the siege mode, it doesn't feel that bad. Meanwhile, we can clearly see that the Borat is going for the run of his life. He's having the best time ever, and I got penetrated by the double penetrator, which is very, very sad thing, to be fair with you, but not much what I can change about this. If the Borat makes a decision to go for a full run like this whenever he just doesn't care, yeah, it is how it is. Okay, not the start that I dreamed about, and not the start that I would say, oh my bananas, fellas, everything is looking very, very good now. Definitely no, fellas, definitely not. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, not much what we can change about that. If I would be playing with S1 or something, most likely the situation would have been the same, and we would be sitting in the same pickle situation over there, right? So we cannot cry about that. Also, I have a feeling that they may have Blesk sitting somewhere over there, but hey, maybe it's only me. Anyways, we are sitting in the nice position right here, and all we want to see this Mr. Borat making a bad decision, right? That's what we would love to see. But Borat isn't silly. Borat is just simply proxy spotting folks sitting around this area, and he's having the best time of his life. So yeah, the situation is pretty brutal. What we can say about this? Would I enjoy myself more in this game if I would be playing with S1? I don't think so. I don't think I would be enjoying myself more if I would be playing S1, to be completely honest with you. I think this is one of those bad situations whenever you just simply cannot do absolutely anything. Literally, I finished the game with a 0. Okay? That is a hard start with a Burnet Pancake. I accept it and I'm fine with that. Good, you need to see games like this as well. Oh man, it was disappointing. The very first game definitely left that bad taste in my mouth. Not much what I can change about this. I need to be patient and I need to say, okay, fine, fair enough. Everyone can mess up and I'm not exception. 0. 0, 0, 0, fellas. Even Borat, who was special by pushing through the middle, he had a better performance than I did. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's okay. Let it be. It is how it is. Next game can go only up. Okay, round number 2, Pilsen standard battle. Okay. Now we have a chance to actually snipe a bit, right? We have a chance to use this humongous PP. Hopefully the things will go well. By the way, it's out of this world speaking about the reticle. Whenever you are moving, it is disgusting. Straight up disgusting, fellas. I mean, look into the size of this thing. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous for sure. But, you are not going to be shooting from tank destroyer mode, or I should say off siege mode. You are definitely not going to be shooting, I can tell you that much. It is just simply not worth it. I really do not like the speed, I don't like the armor so far, right? It looks pretty bad, I would say, right? I hope, fellas, I hope that I am wrong with all of this, and I hope that, you know, the tank is actually somehow decent, you know? That's what I am hoping for, but we'll see. Time will show absolutely everything. Meanwhile, Sturer Emil is getting spotted. I have a feeling that, okay, he is hiding a bit behind me. Who could ever expected that, right? Crazy, fellas. Someone in the random games hiding behind you? No. It doesn't happen, right? It would never, ever happen, fellas. Never. Okay. I really want to highlight one thing. Mobility of this tank is disgusting. It is straight up disgusting. But once again, you can say the same thing with Esterva S1, can't you? Meanwhile, 122 TM, unfortunately, we cannot do absolutely anything for him. We could not spot him here either, unfortunate, but true. And our team is melting once again. Oi. This is going to be the best review of the tank, fellas, forever and ever. I can tell you that much. The best review of the tank. Guaranteed, fellas. Guaranteed. Okay. What can we do about this? Absolutely nothing. We need to be very, very, very patient. We just need to wait until enemies would mess up. I cannot see myself playing in a heavy line with this tank. Grom, on the other hand, yeah, you need to be close. You need to make, you need to figure out the way to be aggressive and whatnot, right? You can do that. With this Stinker, I don't see the point how you can do this. I think in the end of the day, this tank destroyer is your typical bush wanking tank destroyer. You take the bush and you sit there forever and ever and you are enjoying yourself to the maximum, or at least you are trying to enjoy this to the maximum, right? That's all there is to say about this tank. And I don't really think it is going to be very flexible, fellas. I don't really think it is going to be a very enjoyable experience to begin with. And I honestly want to believe that it is pretty disgusting tank. But Nevertheless, we found the first high explosive penetration, and the main reason why we loaded high explosive is very, very simple, because I knew that Shrek is sitting somewhere here in the back. And what that means we can definitely slap him, right? So that is something that is good. That is good. Okay, be patient. This is all our gameplay, fellas. We are just trying to be patient to the maximum. We are waiting until enemies are making some sort of pressure, and we are trying to punish them. If I loved Eric, right, because Eric is a great tank, we reviewed it on the main YouTube channel. This one feels like stinky pooper. Oh, yopterai, fellas, this feels like a stinky pooper indeed. At least from the first impressions, right? Can I change my opinion? Well, I have a feeling that it is not going to be my favorite tank in the world of tanks. Okay, let's put that in this way. Can I change my mind? Maybe, who knows? But so far, there is nothing to be impressed of. Reload is very, very, very long. Yeah, sure, alpha damage is slapping very heavily, right? We can definitely say, but alpha damage, sure, we can definitely do that. But is it the main seller? I mean, sure, because the tank doesn't have anything else to offer. Good, blind shot, very, very good. We figured out the things properly, that's great. I don't see the carry potential of this tank. I just simply think it is too slow. I don't think that the gun handling is good enough as well. It's just... I'm trying to think what this tank could be sold for. You know, who could actually enjoy this tank? Okay, the answer to your question is very, very simple. If you have S1, you don't need this tank. If you have S1, you definitely do not need this vehicle. Simple as this. I wonder how it would feel like to play a bit more aggressive. This is what I'm wondering. Actually, you know what? Let's try to help this T20. I will try to make a bit of pressure and we will see how the things will look like. Obviously, where the gun handling goes, we need to go into the siege mode in order to do something for the Alpine Tiger, right? So we definitely need to keep this in mind. Okay, he's making pressure right there, that's good. We are going to the siege mode, we are slapping him in the ass, that's great. Now we know that we have Scorpion in the back, now we are going for a ramming kill. Unfortunately, we cannot ram him to death, and as a matter of fact, we lost most of the hit points. Doesn't really change anything, we are loading the high explosive ammunition. Arta is slapping me in the face as well. I do not like this tank. My friends, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I truly would love to say something else, but I am not a big fan of this tank. I hate everything about it, and I'm just going to be honest. I hate absolutely everything about this tank. I hate absolutely everything about it. I don't like the playstyle. I do not love the platform. If I am comparing it to the S1, S1 is straight up significantly better vehicle, at least in my opinion, right? It is a better sniper schnitzel, hip hip hooray, right? This tank is just a different story. How it feels to play with this tank and everything. It is just pretty disgusting, fellas. That's what I can tell you about it. Also, I have a feeling that Scorpion may try to go like this. We will see. I understand the situation, how this tank can work, but oh boy, it is... I think it is going to be a rare occasion whenever this vehicle is going to be the top tank in the leaderboard, okay? This is how I look into all of this. Armor non-existent. Yeah. That's straight up sadness, fellas. That is a straight up sadness. It's okay. At least whenever you are penetrating high explosives, you are hitting 600s or 700s. But once again, I am just being honest, fellas. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my tank. It's nothing what I would say. Oh my bananas. Bless the tank. It is the best vehicle in the world of tanks. Absolutely not. Nevertheless, 2.9 thousand damage. 50 assisting damage. I felt like I needed to work very, very hard for this type of score with this tank, and we got 48,000 profits. Also not crazy good, but once again, score wasn't the finest. Okay, let's try to do something else. I will try to play in the heavy line. I'm not even joking. I'm loading the full gold, and I'm going into the heavy line. I want to test the things out. I want to see, would it be so bad to actually find the balls and to simply make pressure with it? Because from the sniping point of view, you saw that yourself. I mean, it can be pretty disgusting, right? It can be pretty disgusting, fellas. So now, let's try to play the game differently. We can meet receiver, we can meet Oho, we can meet VK. Over there, right, we can meet S5, we can meet Swiper. We are feeling relatively fine, right? So, let's see what kind of use we can get from this. How about that? How about that? We are in position, great. We are going into the siege mode and we want to punish... Oh my bananas, not a single soul, really. We have met Oho. Okay. Luckily, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, luckily we have at least one tank playing over there. Luckily. What is the chance of us punishing this gentleman? Pretty big, good. 500 in the face, hip hip hooray. Test 5 is sitting in the back as well. That's good. That basically means our love is going to get slapped. We are politely asking the gentleman to go back, but once again, we cannot expect too much. Unfortunately, I'm not penetrating the Oho, which is sadness. Which is straight up sadness, but what can we do about that? Not much. And now we are trying to peek against the TS5, okay? That's what we are trying to do. Oho is making pressure once again. We are slapping him for 500 in the face. That's good. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Can we do that once again? Okay, we slapped Oho in the face. That's great. Now we are trying to escape from here. Now, backward speed is also junk of this tank. 30 kilometers per hour backward speed. It is also bad. S1 has so many more advantages compared to this tank. It's insane. How did they came up with this pile of Kaku? I'm thinking, what is the thinking process? Is it to balance the tanks that are in the boxes? Because most of the tanks, actually all of the tanks, right, pretty much are great in the boxes, in this situation. But this vehicle just simply feels weak. It feels bad. It feels one of those tanks that you are getting from the loot boxes and you are thinking, oh, great, thank you. This is exactly what I've dreamed about, you know? This is how it feels like to me, but we'll see. We will see, fellas. We can see that S5 made a decision to go like this. We can clearly see that. Now the question is, can we slap the living crap out of him? This is the question. I will give him a bit of the time to get closer here, and whenever he would get closer here, whenever he will get spotted around this corner, we are going to simply be peeking, right? Okay, this is the time whenever we are peeking. I don't really care that I am spotted. I don't really care that he is shooting me up front. I literally do not care. Now, where the trading goes, we are talking about the TS5, right? We can out-trade TS5 for sure, but, there is one but. TS5 has significantly better hit points, okay? Or bigger amount of the hit points. That basically means it doesn't do any favors for us, okay? Yeah, sure, we traded. Yeah, sure, we slapped him. Congratulations. It's still nevertheless not a great performance, right? In the tier, I'm talking about the tier 8 standards. For me, personally, this tank isn't good, fellas. My friends, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am dearly disappointed about this vehicle. We can play one more just to see maybe we can get the sniping map from where we can actually slap the living crap out of 100% of the enemies, but for a current meta, this tank is stinker. Even though the high alpha damage should be actually alright, I'm hating this tank with a passion, with a burning passion, fellas. Ay, 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 ay. That's crazy, fellas. That is crazy. I can promise you one thing. I'm not going to be marking this vehicle anytime soon. Maybe we are going to leave it for Christmas of the 2025, right? Whenever we are getting at least motivation by grinding more credits. But yeah, horrible. Anyways, 2,700 damage. Second class. It was brutal. I'm second by experience, I'm first by the damage, 36,000 profit, still brutal. One more. Okay, Lakeville and counter battle. I really want to give a chance for this tank, as you can see that yourself. I am trying to figure out how possibly I can make this mother trucking tank work, fellas. I'm truly trying. It's not an easy task, I can tell you that much. It is not an easy task to make this mother trucker work. Can guarantee you that. Nevertheless, let's give it fair chance. Fair fighting chance for this vehicle. Now, we're sitting in position. That is completely fine. What I would love to see, if enemies are too aggressive, we are slapping over there. If enemies are silly and trying to go through the middle, we are slapping them over there. Everything is fine. Wait a second, I am thinking about the setting on the mini-map. Maximum spotting range. Okay. That's what I was missing. Aha. I thought my mini-map isn't fully complete, you know? This is how it felt like. So, in the city maps, you don't need to have a full view range. In the open maps, optics is the right way to do the things, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, optics is the right way to do the things. Okay, relax, take it easy, we got this. We do not need to do absolutely anything here, we just need to relax and take it easy. I don't feel like making a hardcore pressure would be a proper choice, by the way. I don't feel like it is the right one. Meanwhile, we are going for a blind shot over there. We are definitely not hitting anyone. That's okay. Doesn't really change anything. Now, if this Mr. IS would make a decision to go like so, we are slapping him. Come on, Mr. IS. Enemies are capping the base. Maybe he's sitting right there. To be fair with you, I haven't seen the splash of my round, right? Okay, 2, 1, stop, mother trucker. Yep, go back, go back, go back, go back. Good boy. Beautiful, 600 in the face. Yeah, it feels satisfying whenever you are hitting like this. But I don't see the point. Why would you play this over, let's say, ISU or something else. It just doesn't make any sense. This tank has no place in this game. At least this is how my brain is working, and this is what my brain is saying, you know? I don't see the point. Maybe if this mother trucker would have autoloader, maybe that would make sense. Now, I don't see the point. Typical sniper schnitzel, which is doing the worse job than S1. Accuracy-wise, DPM-wise. This is how I look into all of this. No. Okay. Good, we slapped the living crap out of this poor magnificent mother trucker. That is okay. This is the moment whenever we are going to be relocating. Pay attention what is happening here. Enemies has gazillion of the forces that would start making pressure here, right? They should push. They should push. So what do we want to do? We want to help our team, okay? We definitely want to help our team. How good of the performance we are going to have from this, that's the other question. I still want to save this guy, to be fair with you. I still want to save this guy. Okay, beautiful, there is nothing to save. This is the moment whenever we realize there is nothing to save and we are trying to escape. We are just running for our life, fellas. We witnessed Ergashem getting completely slaughtered, and now we are running for our life. We should be able to escape in time, that's completely fine. Our cow doesn't pay attention, and our cow will be very much surprised in a second. What that means? That means we want to play right here. If enemies are making any pressure whatsoever, which they will, they're getting a free ticket to the garage. The speed, even when going back. What a bloody speed. Oh, what a bloody speed, fellas. Oh, yoptararai. Oh, yoptararai, fellas. I am in disbelief with this vehicle, how bad it actually is. I am in disbelief, my friends. I am in disbelief. Okay. Let me see what we can do from all of this shitty situation, if we can say so, right? What can we do? What can we do? Okay, we have Conceiver, that's great. We have Emil, that's amazing. And we have the tier 7 that is making pressure for us like crazy mother trucker. I'm not going to be going into the siege mode over there. Actually, I will be going to the siege mode, that's okay. Su-101. Beautiful. Very, very nice. We are trying to be as patient as we physically and possibly can be, fellas. We are trying to be as patient as we physically and possibly can be. 3, 2, 1, dead. Good. There is still Conceiver and there is still T-2518, right? Luckily, they do not know the alpha damage of ours. They do not know this tank, right? So that is definitely a positive thing. Meanwhile, this T-25AT will make pressure eventually, right? At least he should be making pressure. Oh, would you look at that? Let me guess. I will get banged in our cupola, right? Let me guess. I am going to get banged in my cupola. That's what we need for a full happiness, fellas. Okay. The speed, fellas. Look at this crazy speed. The speed, my friends. Oh, yoptararai. I feel like I'm the fastest mother trucker in the planet Earth, okay? I feel like, oh, yo, papa, fellas. We are the best. We are straight up the best. 6 kills, though. 6 kills! Fellas, 2,800 damage, 6 kills. The best tank in the world of tanks. That's it. I knew we needed to play one more game for a full happiness. The best tank. The best tank. If you are going to be buying loot boxes, this is the tank which you need to think about getting or hope for getting, right? I hope you understand the sarcasm. This is a high sarcasm alert. I hate this vehicle. I'm going to be honest, I hate this tank. I am running the turbo and everything. I don't think Bone Turbo will save this vehicle, to be completely honest with you. Anyway, 6 kills, 2.8 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. Top Gun, Steel Wall, second class. We are first by experience, first by the damage, and 48,000 profits. Also, profits are not that great either. So after 4 games, my performance with this tank is 2.1 thousand damage with no assisting damage, pretty much. That's bad. That is properly bad, fellas. That is properly bad. I can tell you that much. I do not appreciate this tank. I do not love this tank. I don't think that this vehicle has a selling point, to be fair with you. But hey, that's only me. And that's how it looks like. Anyways, love you all. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. If you will get this tank from the loot boxes, I'm sorry for you. It's not going to be enjoyable, at least that's what I see. Although, maybe it will fit your style and maybe you like the red line bushwhacking while being slow mother trucker. Maybe that's what you like. Who knows? Anyways, thank you very much for everything and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.